Once upon a time, in a land called the Video Game Bang, Cory hated animes. So we tried to convince him, and it didn't work. On this week's episode of The Weekend Bang, we have Cory, Jada, and Noel Beltran, which is crazy, and we're talking about anime-inspired games. We also have on the show Dawn M. Bennett from Fairy Tale, and she's going to tell us all about her adventures in voice acting land. Go follow us on Twitter at Video Game Bang and hit us up on Facebook /Video Game Bang Bang and let us hear about all the stuff you like about us and hate about us, because apparently some people do hate stuff about us. You can check out all the geek-inspired nerd, gasms or something like that, news, reviews, and previews on nerdreactor.com. We do lots of articles there. Cory's got a headset one maybe coming up, I think. Maybe not. We don't know. Jada's got one on the mouse. And special happy birthday to Jada. When you see her on the street, pile driver. Listen to this week's Video Game Bang.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Video Game Bang. Video Game Bang. Your weekly source for all things video game. Featuring your fearless hosts, Cory Vincent.
I'm pretty much Microsoft and Marvel. The cans are on. It's when ish gets real. People get shot during the day?
And Aaron Carter.
Buy the armor, I equip it, and it's like pink thong. The guy that delivers vending machine items at my job, he can play it right.
Fill up your Mountain Dew and grab your Doritos. It's time for Video Game Bang.
Everybody. People.
Terrible.
Sir. That's right. Because I say what the hell I want to, damn it. This is the Weekend Bang, brought to you by nerdreactor.com, people. What are you reacting to? I'm reacting to Twitter.
Yes, you are.
That's what I'm reacting to.
Just to let people in on what's going on here and why Aaron's acting like a maniac, it's because listener of the show, we'll leave him anonymous.
Yeah, faithful listener.
Called out Aaron. Wanted to see Aaron get through an introduction without using the words everybody, people, and then I raised the stakes and said Aaron will never get through an episode of the show without saying terrible.
I'd never say it that way, because that's just terrible.
You say it. I will go to the tape, sir.
You can go to the, yeah.
I bet
Find an elongated
Person.
terrible.
Another person who, a faithful listener to the show, wanted me to put together an entire segment of collage style of Aaron going terrible.
Yeah,
terrible,
that would be
terrible.
awesome. First of all, that would be,
because there's nothing more that you love.
That would be awesome. And why do you think the people want it? Why do you think?
Maybe so you'll stop. You ever think about that?
The people love this calm, soothing voice. He's here with us again, everybody, because it's his house and he has a beer and he's a little wasted. And this is his favorite games we're talking about. That's why he's on the show. Cory Vincent, everybody.
Hey, everybody, what's up?
What? You don't want to? Yeah. That's what it says, a catchphrase all the time.
I say tacos because it's a segue to our friend from the South on the show.
Jada is on the show. Friend from the South?
Sí. I like tacos and burritos.
Just cross the border?
Sí.
Wow.
If the border is Taco Bell, then yes.
Sí.
Wow. After a long hiatus, hasn't been here in quite some time. We've been doing this actually for the last, couple of shows. People have been reappearing.
Yeah.
We're going into the vault, everybody. Noel Beltran, everybody.
I'm offended by the start of this show.
Sí.
I am offended.
Are you offended by... Noel, this is the thing. I've spoken to other Spanish speakers, and they tell me you speak Spanish like you learned it in high school.
No,
What?
I don't.
True?
I've heard this.
I do.
They say you
there
are...
some things that I mess up with, of course. Because
Okay.
I will
Okay.
admit, but I speak better than most Spanish speakers.
I hear...
Habla, por favor.
¿Por qué?
I hear that you are...
And how?
No, wait. No offense to the white people, but you are the whitest speaking Spanish person.
That is...
I've heard.
Javier.
I'm just saying.
One of the friends of the show, Javier, speaks way wider than I do.
If Javier was the equivalent of
Beverly Hills white.
legal in this country, he wouldn't be legal.
All
Put it that
right,
way.
senor.
I'm just saying.
I'll need some extra guacamole.
That's terrible.
That
is definitely terrible.
Want to be Australian?
Hey, you
accent? Is that
hablo
what you're going over there?
español?
Today's episode is a very special one because we're going overseas again to Korea, Japan. Yeah, we're doing all of that. We did a Korean MMO episode a while back. We did a Japanese Tokyo game show
that
episode.
That was the most racist episode we've ever
I
done.
wouldn't say it's racist. I would say it was...
it was tastefully
culturally
racist.
sensitive.
It was, yes, I think it was very sensitive. I think it was very sensitive.
I said
to their
culturally
culture.
sensitive, if anything.
And then also later in the show, second half of the show, we have Dawn M. Bennett. Don't get her confused with the Dawn Bennett from
Foamy the
Squirrel. Yeah.
Exactly yours.
Don't call it a comeback. She is back for her second time. She
Yeah.
was a part of that intense show we had where we had like 10 voice actors
From the
Freedom
game
Planet.
Freedom Planet. Yeah, if you haven't heard that one, go back and listen to that one because I'm pretty sure you will get your feel on voice actors.
Yes, they're very special people.
She's going to tell us all about how she got in with the new anime, Fairy Tale, and her new character that she's going to play in that one.
Ooh, stick around.
Yeah. Maybe a spoiler or two, maybe?
I don't know. She's pretty professional.
Are we all familiar with animes in this room?
Nope.
Yep. Well,
Corey, you...
Corey's a special case.
I don't
yeah.
like things that ain't American.
That's terrible, first of all. So what about Avatar?
I don't like it.
Avatar's American.
I still don't like it because it's acting like it ain't from
But he
America.
likes Microsoft. He swears by Microsoft. So I mean,
Is that
it's
what this is?
understandable.
Is this a whole American...
Yeah.
What is your gripe with anime? It's a part of the geek culture.
First of all, the eyes are stupid.
Wow. First of all, anime eyes are drawn to look more like white people.
Which are
Hold your tongue, sir.
So there's one thing.
well, I mean, I just don't like it.
Do you not like yourself, Corey? Is that what that
Maybe there's a deeper issue here where I just don't like myself.
When you see
but
those
I'm
big
pretty
eyes?
sure. All right, Dragon Ball Z was okay. I'll give you that one.
It's a grandfather.
I'll give you guys that one.
Grandfather of all I call it.
Pokemon, when I was a child. All right. I'll
And
give
you
that
still
one.
play the game now.
Speed Racer, probably still the better than all of them.
That's terrible.
And I just don't like the entire with a full episode. I don't know the over.
So you
So no Naruto.
no
No,
and
no
Naruto.
Bleach.
First of all, if nobody
Bleach.
small
Ugh.
small spoiler, Naruto has ended. If you don't know,
Oh, who cares?
I do.
the world.
I do. Yes.
Yeah,
Do you
The world.
see
In
the
Twitch.
giant Gamabunta?
Yeah, I've seen it.
In
Yeah.
Twitch, the day it ended, there like every stream that I went to was just people mourning the ending.
If
of
you
Naruto.
thought
my
Kim
gosh.
Kardashian's
Get
booty
alive.
stopped the internet,
That's what should. Yeah, that's what I care about.
Naruto's ending manga, it stopped. It was like so in Naruto they
Please
had-
don't spoil it.
No. I'm just gonna say they have characters that passed away, right? And then
Yeah.
they
They
always
all
write
come
a
back at the
scene.
end.
No. Nobody. No, when you're dead,
No, it's not
you're-
Dragon Ball.
You're just about dead. But they have. I was just gonna say they have funerals and they show everybody dressed in black. That's how the internet was when Naruto ended, man. Everybody was black, armbands on,
Before we get too far into
blonde
this,
hair.
we should discuss
Drawn
some
whiskers.
fun we got to have yesterday at a local video game store called the Gamers Funk Lab in Sacramento. So the local listeners, stop going to GameStop. No
Wow.
offense to people in the room. But you gotta support local businesses. If GameStop is in your area and you're desperate, and you really need a hit of the local,
Wow, is it a drug deal going
I
on?
mean, it's games. Yeah, it's games. But otherwise, you gotta support the little guys. And they had a pretty awesome game tournament. Aaron and I got to go check it out, do some glad handing.
They got some seriousness up there.
Oh,
as if anybody
my
doesn't know.
Lord.
Now, first of all, they had Street Fighter and they had Madden. Now,
And
these
this
are
is Capital Fight District.
yeah. This the Capital Fight District put it on.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I know people who run Capital Fight District.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Street Fighter. If you don't know, Evo. Anyway, any fighting game basically that's at Evo. These are some hardcore people that play these things.
Oh yeah.
Like it's down to even like a science now,
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other hand, on the other side, we got Madden. Now there's been Madden tournaments around the world, for as long as Madden has been out. And these people, even though the competition on both ends are fierce, it's two different crowds.
Completely.
Still two different crowds.
Completely different.
But what they do share is their passion for the game.
Oh yeah.
And we saw that passion come out the other day.
Yeah, we were working
Not
with a guy. Jason is the guy that put it on. He was awesome. We're gonna be doing a lot more with them locally, helping maybe do some commentating, setting up some stuff, doing video work because there's drama going on behind the scenes. People like every player has their personas. Like it's a lot like professional wrestling or a professional boxing match almost. How they kind of shake hands, they sit down and plug in their controllers.
There's some traditions
There's
in the Street
etiquette.
Fighter, at least. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Street
After
Fighter?
every match, there definitely was a handshake, as if
Aaron is full of shit all the time.
How am I full?
But I'm gonna say he wowed me in his experience with this in this world, because we were sitting there.
Wow.
And we were kind of, how me and Aaron are. We make fun of each other. We make fun of our friends. We make fun of strangers.
Mm-hmm.
And we do not discriminate. So people are coming in with their kids and stuff for the tournaments. Aaron's like, you should not bring your kids. He's calling out all these different types of people who show up to these things.
Yeah.
He said the only thing we're missing is a big black dude wearing a football jersey with like a custom name on it or something.
His team.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens. The big black guy comes out with his team jersey, because that's his tradition. That's the team I'm going to use. I'm a big black guy. Let me wear my jersey.
That's the way it works.
And I was like, I thought it was funny. I was like, that's funny, Aaron. You're a funny guy. And sure enough, like a sign from manna from heaven, this guy comes in. His name is Cedric. I met him.
Oh, you met the guy?
I talked to him. And, he's an awesome dude. He comes in with an entourage at first, wearing the damn jersey. This was not a minute after Aaron said that.
It's because I've been through tournaments before. I've been through Madden. I know what the crowd looks like.
He was the only one.
If I had gone further and been like, he's going to whip out headphones and all that, then I probably really would have been like, oh, you know who this guy is.
And we saw some controversy.
Oh, yeah.
That game got heated. It came down to the last drive. Guy had... he was making his last run downfield.
Wasn't it Niners versus Cowboys?
Niners versus Seahawks, I think it was.
Was it? Oh, yeah, it was Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yes, it was Seahawks.
Seahawks guys running down the field, gets within field goal range, calls a timeout from what we can see. And
I'm sorry.
Maybe he didn't. I don't think
if he's listening, if you're listening out there, I did not see the timeout called.
And then, he's picking his play and getting it ready, and all of a sudden, end of the game pops up, and he
was pissed.
Furious.
Yeah.
He's trying to get the decision turned around to a no contest.
Yeah, he was. Because he won the game, basically. If he had called that timeout and then he just got the because he was, 15, 20 yards out?
Easy field goal.
Yeah, easy field goal to win the game by 3. But
That's
you know
not the way
what
it
calmed him
goes.
down? You see what calmed him down? His
No.
entourage was like, that's why you press start. You don't take any chances. You just press start and go to that timeout.
You go all the way in.
You don't rest
You
on
don't
whatever
press
the
the
button.
select.
You don't press select. No, you go to that. There's no. You can't argue like, oh, I went to no
tournaments. You don't ever leave anything to chance.
Nope. And so
Never in a
that had
tournament.
to calm him down. And then his opponent, he was just like, well, whatever.
He was.
Well, I guess I just won.
We had a lot of fun. Hey, guys, if you are in the Sacramento area and beyond, go to Yelp. Go to wherever you can to find local stores, because these places usually are run by good people. Just trying to bring something
usually
different.
as if there's like some bad.
I mean, there's got to be some
I will
shady
admit,
places.
the week after their grand opening sale, I really wanted the new Persona game, and I was working that day all day, so I couldn't even show up for it. I ended up going the next week when I got paid. The guy actually gave me a discount because I couldn't make it.
Oh, really?
On the game, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he didn't give it to me at the price of the game. He gave me $10 off. He's like, just because I know you've been here and talked to us, I'll give you $10 off because you missed it and you won't really want this game.
Yeah.
And so I was like, the dude's cool, man. I definitely will be going there more, especially when they start really doing their trade and stuff.
Nice
Yeah.
mom and pops.
Gotta spend money to make money.
Pops and
Gotta
pop
start
stars, I
somewhere.
guess. But today's episode, everybody, is about the anime games. Over in Korea, I'm going to say.
What?
Korea, I think. Insoft actually just did a conference, and they were showing off some of their summer lineup games. And I caught that kind of at the tail end when I was making the show and everything like that. So we're going to hit some of those games in there. But Insoft does a lot of the free-to-play games. So they're the ones over Maple Story, Vindictus. I think Vindictus is one of theirs.
Yes.
And then they're doing Ghost in the Shell, which we'll hit that up. Actually, we'll hit that up first. The first one on our list is a first-person shooter MMO called Ghost in the Shell. They've kept this one really close to the chest. If you've ever watched the Ghost in the Shell anime, which I really haven't, I just know it's about like that. They're detectives or something, right? They're cops.
Basically.
And the main character is a woman, and she has like cyber.
Oh, a woman?
Wow.
Oh, man, this is getting even
implants or
worse.
something. She's a cyborg or something like that. But the only thing that they were actually releasing is like little bits and details about this MMO. How there's like cybernetic upgrades to your brain and stuff like that. But in the anime and in the story and the manga and stuff, hackers can hack into your brain if you have that stuff in there. So it's like, is that going to be a mechanic in the game? Like, hey, Cory, you just got an upgrade to your cerebellum and Now I can make you do whatever the hell I want because I can hack it.
Maybe.
I know.
Wasn't Ghost in the Shell an old PlayStation game as well?
They did.
Yeah.
They did make a PS2 game of it.
Didn't look that fun, though.
So the franchise has been around for a while.
Yes, the franchise has definitely been around for a while, and I don't know why they're so tight-lipped about this one because it's it's got its cult classic following over there, in Japan and in America too.
I thought you said Korea.
It's all over. Well, no, it's in Japanese and anime, but it's NCSoft doing it, so they're Koreans.
Yeah, I'll just let you guys talk about that.
Wow.
That definitely sounds like a game.
I'm gonna remind everybody.
Leave the room so the people that actually care.
Wow!
About
Wow! Wow!
Excuse me.
Oh well,
Mister hasn't been on the show.
Another game coming out, hopefully, and then I might want to stress this too because not all these games are actually slated for U.S. release. They have so many petitions online with these people saying, "Hey, we need them over in America" and stuff like that. Does that ever even work?
It's the same 10 people.
Well, then they are on a crusade because
there's petitions for everything.
Yeah, but does it ever work?
Occasionally.
GTA's coming to the PC.
Was there a petition for that?
Oh, hell yeah!
First of all, that should have been a no-brainer.
GTA 5, yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii, Last Story for the Wii, those originally were Japanese only. Those got petitioned, those were brought over and localized by GameStop. So certain times, depending if a company that's going to basically manage the distribution of it wants to take on that responsibility, then it'll happen. But until a company wants to take that leap, probably not.
There's a lot of leaps they need to take because I still haven't seen the Monster Hunter Online come over here. It's been localized over there in Japan.
Gonna be amazing.
It was an Xbox game, an Xbox 360 game, and they still didn't bring it over here. Pissed me off. Mystic Fighter Online. If you were a Dungeon Fighter Online fan in Korea, ripped it from your jowls, this game might be the one to actually bring you back. Mystic Fighter Online is a brawler MMO in the vein of Dungeon Fighter Online, so you're getting that 2D action beat 'em up side scroller type of thing where they only have like 3 basic characters right now because it's still in its infancy, so that means it won't be over here till 2020. And that's probably an accurate date because it takes,
really that long.
It takes forever for these things to freaking get over here, but people watch them meticulously, like
for 5 years.
Yeah,
be watching this
exactly.
It's finally here.
So we'll come back in 5 years with a show and an update for that game. Right there, everybody.
That is sad. I hope that's not you, Mr. Listener. If it is, send us a private message and we will counsel you.
Going a similar route, but more in a 3D.
I want to talk about this Mystic Fighter before we move on.
Okay, Mystic Fighter. Yeah, we did watch all the trailers before we. So Mystic Fighter, it was the 2D side scroller.
That one looked the dumbest by far of all of them. Of all the things we're going to talk about today, everybody, that's the dumbest.
Because
it looked like a game that could have came out a very long time ago. And it looked too cluttered. It looks like the characters that they use, the sprites, it doesn't even look like they were from the same game. Some of them, it was like one of a guy was just massively overscaled. It wasn't just like he was a big bad guy. It's just like he was, for some reason, his head was like 3 times the size of anything else on the screen. And all these big, awesome, cool moves that make you guys get all, wet in the pants, or however you kids say it these days. There's too many numbers on the screen.
Wow. That sounds like an old man barking at his computer because he doesn't know how to use the internet.
Where's my man?
How do I search Google? What? Am I using Bing? Do they have different search results? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what
Anybody
it was.
know how to post videos to Facebook?
And you said exactly.
Props to Noel for that.
So you said you played Dungeon Fighter, and that's the one that this one is,
and
I guess, closest to.
Yeah, that was a dumb game too.
What did you not like? Because I know you didn't play far enough to get to the cluttered, so many numbers on there.
You got to the basic stuff.
I played pretty far, you guys.
No, you did.
Do you remember how high level you got?
No.
2.
What was the level cap?
What was it, like 70?
It changed.
70,
it kept
80?
changing. Yeah, like 80. I think.
Then I probably got to like 10.
Wow, yeah, you didn't get to anything.
You
we got to 60.
You got to the
and it
tutorial
was ridiculous.
then.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Okay, so this is the thing, and this is probably why
I didn't like its pace structure either.
This is why I'm probably more partial to these type of games because the old style is where it kind of gets me, like the old 2D
Streets of Rage.
Yeah, Streets of Rage type of stuff.
Double Dragon.
Yeah, and we don't see those anymore because everybody thinks the natural progression is just boom 3D environment
with guns.
Yeah, and then that's just it.
Didn't we have a conversation about this a while back? And it was just that no matter how pretty a game looks, if the gameplay isn't there, then it's worth crap.
Yeah, and that's always so. Like, if Cory just genuinely did not have fun with the gameplay, then yes, okay, because it's the same thing. If you boost the graphics up to 90% and gameplay down to 10, the game is crap. But if you do it vice versa, then you got an awesome game.
Yeah.
That looks like crap.
Yeah. So, but but a lot of the kids nowadays like, oh, look at the graphics, look
Minecraft.
crappy and stuff like
Oh,
that.
it's so
Minecraft is
cool.
the biggest
Yeah.
testament to that.
Like, did I tell you the time that I purchased X-Men Legends 1 and 2 for my brother?
Awesome games.
And I was like, yeah, amazing games. And we sat there and he's like, this game looks like crap. I was like, do I have to explain this
Let
to
me tell you a
Yeah.
story.
I was like, do I have to explain this to you? Oh
How
my
to
gosh.
reach these kids.
He still plays League of Legends on my computer just because it just looks better on my computer.
My Lord.
That's why.
My Lanta.
It's a real problem nowadays. I think we need to set up some type of
Intervention.
seminars for these young kids and show them the history, where it came from. Like, they don't even know. Like, think about it. Think
No, they don't.
about 20 years from now when they're doing this type of stuff and they're like, oh, the graphics, you don't remember how it used to look when Destiny, that's the real stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Is that what
And
this
Destiny is
podcast is
trash, in my
devolving into?
opinion.
Like the old man's video game
I'm
podcast?
telling you.
We started young and hip like a year ago, and now we're all, oh, back in my day.
because I think there's a missing link.
Remember in GTA when we could get fat?
Where is that now?
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Exactly.
That
Where
You
is
have to
that?
go and work out for hella long just to
Thank
lose it
you.
all again.
It's because we take steps backwards. We make sacrifices to appease the people that, to get those good looking graphics
to
and
get
stuff
that
like
instant
yeah.
gratification. That's the big thing
Telling ya.
nowadays. People need that instant gratification.
I'm gonna write a book.
And
Oh, God.
Right.
Eric Carter's Old Man Guide to
I've already
Video
got
Games.
That's always Aaron's answer to things.
I've already got 2 things out. How your life is like the moth. And I don't even remember the other one. Damn it. Didn't sell well. All right, next on the list, coming straight out of
Compton?
we got Critica Online, everybody. So it's a 3D game that's a beat 'em up as well. 3 base classes, but they have subclasses in between each one of them. 10-minute short instances, though. So it doesn't do open world. You just kind of queue up for an instance. You go in there, you knock it out, back to the main hub.
Interesting choice.
I want to say that's like Vindictus, if I remember
Yes.
right.
Vindictus
was the
is
same way
very-
where you
yeah.
just kind of queued up a run and you went on that mission, and that was it. And then you'd go back to town.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's kind of like Destiny.
Destiny's kind of like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you can say. Cartoony graphics for this one. This is the one where I was talking about the voice acting, where the warrior gets all angry. Ah, man. Yeah.
Not the actual voice acting.
Not the
here.
actual, no.
Just Aaron's
Tropes.
ideal.
But I
Aaron's
think
ideal voice acting for
think
the
it
game.
adds a little flair to it.
I don't like when there's 3 character classes and 2 of them are men and one of them.
What is that?
I agree.
Are you
don't
talking
like-
about equality here, or are you want to see more women in games?
I don't like the dong ratio in this game.
Wow, that's terrible. Oh, here's another thing. Here's another trend, because we probably could have even talked to this with Janice Davis when she was talking about her class tropes and everything like that. A lot of these games that are on this list, they have like 3 models and 3 base classes, but then like 3 more subclasses underneath. Instead of just going the full blown, we're going to make this a whole class by itself. Would you rather it just be 6 classes or 3 classes with the subclasses underneath?
I don't know. Depends on if they let you move around and fluctuate in between that. Like if you
I don't
choose
think
road,
so.
you can spec towards one, and then in a different instance spec towards the other one.
No, I think everything is kind of just once you go down.
I kind of did like that because whenever we played Dungeon Fighter, of course, they had that style, which each class having a subclass and everything.
Yeah.
And before you got to choose what you wanted to be, you actually got to see videos of everything. Once you talked to whoever's going to upgrade you, it showed you like a trailer of everything you get to do.
Yeah, that
And-
was pretty cool. Yeah.
And then there's specific items for those classes of the subclass of the class and everything, which with different scalings for everything. So I prefer it that way instead of just 6 base classes, each with a different person you have to talk to at a time. I would prefer it just being 3 classes with 3 subclasses.
Yeah.
And it's-
Honestly, I'm happy
Yeah,
with
go
either. I'm happy with either. I mean, it fits in different games different ways. So I think I prefer more on the one class and do one thing and do that one thing really well. That way it forces co-op type of thing where you have to recruit friends to go take down this boss. You need a support. You need a tank. You need a damage dealer. You need range. You need whatever. I think that is I like that style because I think it forces you to think and it forces you to use strategy. At least the games should. Not all games do, but they should.
And then a lot of these games also look like they're free to play as well. A lot of the MMOs kind of moving towards that direction.
The free to play.
Microtransactions.
Yeah, microtransaction. Yeah.
Having Noel on the show, I kind of wanted to ask him about that too. A few weeks back, we did Overwatch. We talked a lot about that. Have you been sticking up to date on that?
I honestly, I've only been playing like one Blizzard game. Well, two, because I bought Diablo on my Xbox. But I've just been playing Hearthstone, and that's all I've really been paying attention to other than League of Legends lately. So I didn't actually watch anything on Overwatch just yet.
All right, and you're done. Let's move forward.
Wow. It's like one of the big ones that came out.
Yeah, I know everybody's been talking about it. I've kind of just pushed
I
it out
figure
to the side
you're
for
like
now.
our MOBA expert, and it's kind of like the battle arena, but gone first person. Like
the MOBA that I'm probably going to end up playing is Heroes.
Let's rewind about 20 seconds to take
What?
away that MOBA expert from this kid on the couch.
Wow.
This kid, yes, he's a kid in the MOBA world compared to
How
me.
many MOBA? I only play one MOBA, so I will
Exactly.
say that.
Oh, okay.
So,
Exactly.
I don't play.
You didn't play
I don't play
Dota. You didn't play Dota
I
back in the day.
I play Smite-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, can't
you
give
know?
nobody props around here with Jada.
I'm just
circling
saying.
around.
I'm just saying.
I'm not-
When you throw
I
out,
will
you throw out
admit-
expert.
I will admit I'm not an expert, but
If
I
you're
do
throwing
play
out
a lot
expert,
of just one
I will
MOBA.
say definitely Noel has experience in the MOBA genre, and he plays a lot of MOBAs. But I wouldn't call him an expert.
If we go back to time machine mode and we traveled through time, because I remember playing the very first Warcraft 3.
Oh yeah,
That
Dota.
That bull crap.
that was Defense of the Ancients.
That
Dota.
bull crap, yes. And if I didn't want to throw the controller at my friend at the time, this was Josh, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
of course.
He was like, you got to play this game. This is
I
amazing.
think you told me this story.
Yeah. And so I sat down in his chair, his computer chair, getting ready to have the experience, quote unquote, of my life. This is what he tells me. And if I didn't mentally vomit all over myself, I was so upset. I was like, this is what you called me over here and told me to play? Because we had been playing Warcraft 3, you know? And he was like, you got this champion, and you get to move him around. I'm like, all right, we're done professionally.
I remember when someone tried to explain MOBAs to me the first time. They were like, "Okay, it's kind of like an RTS, like kind of like Command and Conquer." I was like, "Oh yeah, I love Command and Conquer," but you only play as one person. I was like, that doesn't sound very interesting. It ended up being kind of fun.
I'm weird. I will, submit that I am weird because the first time I actually ever saw Final Fantasy at my cousin's house, it literally was just like, why don't you just walk over to the guy and hit him? That was my response to my cousin telling me, "No, you gotta go magic and no, walk over there and swing your sword, damn it." Why would I play Mario, approach a Goomba, and then have to go fight? Jump.
Paper Mario.
And now they've done it. Yeah.
Yes,
and
they
now
have.
they've done
They
it
have
with Paper
done it.
Mario.
Mario Dream World's another
Amazing,
turn-based one.
amazing series.
I'm just like that though. That's not 100% my game. I do get enjoyment out of some of those games. One of my favorite RPGs of all time was Dragon Warrior 3 on like the Game Boy. Like, it's crazy. I spent hours on that one. I would come home from school like, oh my god, I gotta get on this because I emulated it. But we're talking about the Japanese here. Well, I guess those are all Japanese games.
We're talking
You know.
about we're talking about lots of weird stuff today.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it weird.
It's kind of like it's the Weekend Bang or something.
Wow. That's what people like. They get banged on the weekend with weird stuff.
You gotta quit saying that.
Quite possibly the worst quote you've ever used.
And people love it. Next one, let's just burn through this one real quick. Closers is pretty much a 2D side-scrolling type of game, but it has 3D character models, which should have been the next progression with
Maybe that was
all
the
that type of
best
stuff.
one we saw.
You barely even got to see that one.
No, this was
No,
not
you
the best
actually
one.
said you didn't like what
This
it looked
was
like.
yeah.
I will
You
admit that.
This was the one. You
Might have
didn't
been the
like.
best one then. Still,
Wow.
I didn't like
the
any
next
of them,
one that we
first
will
of
talk
all.
about is the best one.
The next one, I kind of want to save that one for
Yeah,
the
I would.
next
Yeah,
one.
I do too.
Because we're going to get into that
We go to
one.
Period Chronicles.
Yeah, we'll go Period Chronicles. Period Chronicles is kind of a MMO type of thing with some Pokemon type of gameplay
that's the one.
introduced.
Maybe that's the best one.
You play
Everyone's
as
the
a
best
character
one,
and you
Corey.
go around the environment collecting monsters and stuff like that, and then you use those monsters as slaves to fight other monsters.
And you could actually throw punches and shoot things yourself, which I always wondered why you
Yeah.
couldn't do in the real Pokemon. Like, why could like a Caterpie just step on
Well,
that
because
bitch?
it's
Well, you're going to have to finish that thought later, because when we come back, we'll have Dawn M. Bennett from Fairy Tail. So stick around, because she is an awesome person, you're an awesome person, and so are we.
Hi, this is Amber Goldfarb, the voice of Aveline de Grandpré, and you're listening to Video Game Bang.
Hello, this is Cass Anvar Altair Ibn La'ahad from Assassin's Creed Revelation, and you are listening to the Video Game Bang.
This is Strife, the main guy behind Freedom Planet.
This is Commander Torque.
Hi, this is Lilac the Dragon Girl.
This is Spade. This is Mayor Zhao.
This is Syntax.
Greetings, this is Lord Brevin, and you're listening to Video Game Bang.
+5 awesome.
Hey man, I'm Kevin Smith.
Jason Mewes.
And you're listening to the Video Game Bang, which sounds a lot dirtier than it is.
This is Janice Davis, author of Holder's Dominion, and you're listening to Video Game Bang with superstar, incredibly charming hosts.
Hello, Super Aaron. Hello, Princess Cory. It's me, Mario. Woohoo! Mamma mia. You guys, number one. Woohoo!
Welcome back to the Weekend Bang, and we're rolling on with more anime stuff. And we have a special guest right here, live in the studio via Skype.
That's accurate.
Yeah, okay, that's accurate.
Yeah.
She has been on the show before, but with a group of people when we talked about Freedom Planet. Now she is here with her single debut album called My Voice and My Voice Alone. Dawn, what are we going to say? Bennett? Michelle? Which one are we going with?
And we should also claim that it's not the voice of Foamy the Squirrel.
Yes, that's why I'm asking this now. So, Dawn, introduce yourself. How do you want to be introduced?
Hello, my name is Dawn M. Bennett, and I am the voice of Lilac the Dragon Girl from Freedom Planet and Frosch the X-Seed from Fairy Tail.
Frosch the X-Seed. Now, see, I just did a little small bit of research because I'm still in the beginning of the Fairy Tail saga, so I don't think I've reached where your character has been introduced yet. So, and if you are like me out there in Radio Land, minor spoilers might be coming up. So, tell us a little bit about Frosch, your character in Fairy Tail.
All right, so this is stuff I can talk about. In Fairy Tail, there is a tournament called the Grand Magic Games coming up, and a couple of new Dragon Slayers show up named Sting and Rogue, and with them are their fellow cats, Lecter and Frosch.
How'd you get into this position, though? Like, because it kind of seems like it's not. This is, first of all, Fairy Tail has kind of grown in the anime community. It's like a big thing right now, and it must be very difficult to actually get involved with this type of project. So how'd you slide in there?
Well, actually, I just attended the convention that was responsible for helping kickstart all that. Yesterday was HaberCon, which is a convention thrown for Todd Habercorn. It's like a birthday present for him. And last year was its first year, and they had a voice acting contest. And I didn't win, but I got to meet Fairy Tail's director, Tyler Walker, who contacted me a few months later asking if I wanted to try out.
Really? Just that simple? Just like a meet and greet and you got right in there?
I mean, I guess so. You know, you kind of have to just show that you can do it. And then, you know, like he was really cool about it. And he actually contacted me while I was in Boston for my graduation, because I actually went to college in Boston. But he asked when I was going to be home, and I said, like 2 days later, I would be home. And he said, oh, well, can you come try out? And I said, yeah.
So you have you have a little bit of a resume before going into this one. Did you show him any of that type of work or anything? Or was it just kind of just go in there and do your thing?
Yeah, I had actually, I had sent Funimation this reel that I have of projects that I voiced over for students at Berkeley College of Music, because we have a lot of music production engineering students and electronic production design students, and they have to learn how to include voiceover whenever they're doing sound design.
It's just like a school project? Is that what this is?
It was a bunch of school projects, and so I compiled everything I voiced on into like a 1-minute reel, and I sent it to Funimation, and just talked about like a few things I've been in, like, yeah.
So working on this, I remember when we were talking about Freedom Planet, you guys all were able to work on the project remotely. Did you have to travel for this gig, or was this in your hometown?
For Funimation is about an hour's drive from my house.
Not
so
bad.
it was pretty convenient. It's set in Flower Mound, Texas, which is like in the middle of nowhere. but it's a pretty good location, I guess.
Did they have like the character already picked out for you, or were you going for that specific character, or they were like, we just need to hear what you got, and then we'll throw a character on you?
Yeah, the thing is, I actually didn't audition for Frosch at first. When you go in, usually, whenever you're auditioning for a show, they give you a binder, and you see this binder full of different characters, and you get to look at that for like maybe 10 minutes before you go in, and then you go in and they ask you to read lines from different characters that you thought you enjoyed. And I didn't read anything for Frosch.
Really?
So the next time I went in, Tyler introduced me. He said, "Oh, this is Frosch. This is who you're going to play." And I thought, I didn't try out for Frosch, but I really liked it. I really liked the character.
They gave you like some background on the character or anything to prepare you, or would that just kind of throw you off or put you into a mental state where you're like, okay, I know how this character sounds. I'm going to speak this way or something like that?
Well, yeah. When I first heard Frosch, Tyler just asked me to voice how I think Frosch would sound like, and so that's what I did.
And you just floated in there like, yeah, this is cool.
I was like, all right, yeah.
It's a cute little kitty. So it's gonna sound, he's kind of childish, but
like kind of cute. Kind of has an identity problem, but. No, not a problem. Frosch is cute.
Yeah, I looked up some stuff online, and I didn't actually get to listen to the Japanese voiceover of his character. And I can't even pronounce the name of the actual Japanese actor, that Satomi, I think, Kurogi. Did you look up any other the foreign voice actor and see how he was voice acted, or are you just kind of, I'm going to do this my way?
Well, actually, in order to match the flaps, you also want to match emotion of the character. So before we voice a line, we hear how it sounds in Japanese first.
Oh. And that won't affect any way that you like kind of add your spin to it?
I mean, not really. It just gives me a sense of, okay, it has to be as cute as possible. I have to just make it super sugary, fluffy cute.
Now you would you obviously I stalk you on. I mean, I follow you on Twitter,
Whoa.
and I saw an interesting tweet that mentioned it was asking, hey, if there was going to be a sequel to Freedom Planet, what would it be called? Is that a little teaser for things to come, or are you just purely trying to get us out there speculating on the future?
It's all however you make it.
Oh, damn you, foamy. No.
Wow. She is not foamy. She is not foamy. Dawn M. Bennett.
Oh God! Actually, I gotta say this right now. The other Dawn Bennett doesn't actually voice the squirrel. The squirrel is voiced by Jonathan Ian Mathers, and Dawn Bennett voices Jermaine, who owns the squirrel.
Oh wow! So now you're not only saying is I was inaccurate last time I interviewed you, I was way off base.
You weren't even.
Thank
the squirrel.
you. Yeah, every time Dawn comes on the show, I just get exposed a little bit more for how little I put into the show. Thank you. Thank you.
That's all guests.
We appreciate.
That's all guests.
We appreciate. Are you a big anime fan at all?
I do like anime so much.
Which ones are you watching so you can sneak in there and grab? Are you like a Dragon Ball Z fan? You want to be Vegeta's voice in the next?
Oh my God, I love Dragon Ball Z. I actually last night at HaberCon, I got to meet Kent Williams, who plays Supreme Kai.
Really? Wow.
And I was like, wait, I know that voice. Talk more. Who are you?
Are you getting any lessons from anybody too? Like when you're meeting all these voice actors or anything?
I mean, not exactly. Some of them do teach workshops. Like, I got to plug in here. I recently took a Crispin Freeman's voice acting workshop, which you can take online as long as you have a good mic. And he's awesome. He is like such a good teacher.
What has he done? Like, is he in the current voice acting business, or is he just teaching most of the time?
Oh, Crispin is the voice of Itachi from Naruto.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Come on,
oh my
Aaron.
God, he has so much more.
That's only like one of your biggest.
I did not know. It just ended. Yeah, that's kind of.
Well, you watch mainly the manga. So
yeah, I kind of read. Yeah,
doing the video game and then transitioning to a pretty big anime. Are you like excited to just kick off your career and stay in anime, or are you hoping just to use this to leverage yourself into bigger video games? Where do you see yourself moving with further projects?
Well, honestly, when I graduated from college, I didn't think at first like, oh, voiceover, this is it. I really like doing it, but I didn't know it was going to be like a main thing. So I want to get into more video games. I want to do more anime and commercial work. Commercial work's always fun.
Have you been working on your commercial voice, like for like Dove chocolate?
Dove chocolate,
like something just generic. Like
I was gonna say Dove chocolate is very Dove chocolate.
Wow, Aaron, that was pretty damn good.
That was really good. Have you considered voiceover work?
I've considered dabbling in it, I guess.
Now, Don, you got to put in a word for us whenever this. I've already dubbed it Freedom Galaxy comes out.
The part Galaxy. 2?
Yeah, that's the part 2. You got to get me and Aaron as a little cameo role. I mean, I know you have pull over there with Twin Galaxies, right?
I mean, it's all up to Steven, whatever he wants to do. But I mean, like, oh, we could pull a Homestuck thing. Do any of you guys read Homestuck?
I tried to read Homestuck, but I got stuck.
I thought this was the best thing. They had a Kickstarter for they're making a game for Homestuck, and if you paid enough, I forgot how much you had to pay, but if you paid, you could get 2 canon characters in Homestuck.
Wow! So you
as like a cameo, but the first amount to pay, you could say, okay, I'll include your canon character and they'll survive for at least a page.
Oh,
just one page, really, and then the next is just dead, like a puff of red
I'm like,
smoke.
I mean, if you guys want to be canon characters and then you die,
I'd be perfectly fine. I'd be okay with that. What? You
want to be
your character
the
wants
whole
to live.
thing? Yeah, you want to be through the whole thing.
Get our own spinoff,
or at least die
exactly.
at the very end.
Exactly. Freedom Bang or something like that. Yeah, that's what we got to do.
I think I saw a movie called Freedom Bang once.
What are you eyeballing now, though, Don? Like, I mean, Fairy Tail, like I just said, it is pretty big. Actually, it's one of the upcoming, animes that are out there. Is there anyone that you're looking like, oh, I got to get my foot in that one? Maybe an upcoming anime that's kind of undergroundish.
I mean, like, when it comes to new and upcoming anime, I'm still slow to pick up on that stuff just because I'm so used to the classics and all this stuff I used to watch when I was in elementary school and shouldn't have been staying up watching Adult Swim at that age. But,
wow,
God.
Adult Swim in elementary, I really feel old now. Like, I remember that as out of high school type of thing. Wow.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
He's
30.
He's 50. Don't lie.
I'm a youngin.
I like her. Oh man, you
I know,
are
right?
old.
Let's move him to a resting home.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the video game space, though? Like, I mean, Freedom Planet, is very good. So what do we got next on that one? Grand Theft Auto that we talking about?
Oh, that'd be a lot of fun.
They'll just make you play a hooker. That's all.
I'd love to do some first-person shooters.
Some first person? What are we looking at?
Yeah.
Halo? Cortana?
Yes,
Knock
that'd
Cortana
be
out?
so fun. If I could voice for Halo, I love Halo. Assassin's Creed, that'd be fun to voice in.
Oh wow,
we got a little pool
they
there,
need
don't
a lot. They need like a lot of people, and they, because it's historic, they need like different accents.
Have you been working on these? Like, do you have like a repertoire of accents?
Not quite. I am still working on that. Just because, like, I want to be able to do an accent without offending people.
Good day, mate.
I know, right? But that was my
Shrimps on a
French.
babby.
That was my French.
Yeah.
Though.
So
I
are you
mean,
gonna...
I can do a Filipino accent, sort of, but I don't know when you're going to need that for a game.
Actually, how does a Filipino accent go? I can't even think of it in my head.
Really?
Yeah.
Cory. I am Filipino.
Wow.
Whoa, come on.
And we have just lost our entire Filipino. Jeez.
The Philippines are now gathering
You go
to
home
strike
now,
against
Cory. You
us.
go home.
Terrible.
You go home, Cory.
That is...
Yeah.
See that? Okay. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Mabuhay ang
They're
Pilipinas.
moving to strike us down.
You guys got anything else? Because I
Obviously.
got some. I got a little game I want to play with you, Don.
Oh, what? What is
Alrighty.
this?
This is something I came up just to get to know our guests a little bit better, and this is quick. All right, so
afraid.
it's really something simple. It's just This or that. I'm going to give
This
you...
is unprecedented because Aaron has never, ever come up with his own bit or segment or game
not
on
really.
the show.
Not
I am
really.
the creative driving force behind this.
Wow.
Thing. So I'm
Damn, of trivia.
Just keep in mind, Aaron. I'm watching you with a watchful eye here.
It's very simplistic.
Because when I mess up, it's a big deal. Everyone always craps on Cory.
This is all about Don.
Okay. Well, then it can't.
I would say, Don, these are the non-violent versions of Natsu and Gray.
I don't know who those people are. So
it's
here we
fairy
go.
tale.
Here's
it's
the
fairy tale reference.
Here's how it goes, Don. So this is just a quick way to know a little bit more about Don real fast.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to give you 2 choices. We're going to go down the list, shotgun fast. 2 choices. I'll give you A and B. You choose A or B.
Isn't this like a game? Like
it's just real
would
simple.
you rather
this or that? It's very much a game. Okay. So if I said Pepsi or Coke, you would go boom. She's already
good choice. I like Don already. She's
already got that. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
We're gonna fire them away. You're gonna add some music on after this,
right? Sure.
Are you all right? Here we go. First one: Vegeta or Goku?
Vegeta.
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Football or soccer?
Football.
Yeah.
Sunrise or sunset?
Is this a joke? Her name is Dawn.
Yeah, her name is Dawn.
I had to see where she's gonna go. She may have gone the other way.
She's like sunset.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sunset.
All right. Jogging or yoga?
Yoga.
Sonic or Mario?
Oh, come on. Mario.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Considering this is Lilac the Dragon Girl.
I know, right? Yeah, that's why I had to throw that one in there. All right, final one for you. Avengers or Justice League?
Avengers.
Yeah.
All right. So now you get a better
that
feeling.
Was an easy one.
Yeah, what does she win?
She wins a life-size statue of you, Cory, that you're going to build out of mashed potatoes. So you're going to have to get right on that life-size statue.
I will get it.
Is it a 1-to-1 scale?
It is a 1-to-1 scale. I wouldn't say that it's edible, Dawn. I would not eat it.
It's gonna stink.
Wow,
yeah, it is Cory. It is Cory.
Wow, Dawn jumping in on the jokes, huh?
It is Cory.
Unfollow.
Wow. So before we wrap this up, is there any sneaks, little tidbits you want to give us about the show, about the game? I know there's something in there you want to give us.
About the show or the game?
Yeah.
Well, Fairy Tale, I will say you guys are going to love how Sabretooth sounds, because, Michael Jones got cast as Sting, right?
No, I did not know that.
Michael Jones from Rooster Teeth.
Wow.
He sounds awesome. Let's see. Michael Jones from Rooster Teeth got cast. Garrett Storms, who plays Frosch's Dragon Slayer Rogue, he sounds sick.
Do you get to do these
were you
in
with
the
them?
same
Yeah,
room with
were
them?
you all in the same room?
No. We just come in whenever Funimation schedules us. We rarely meet.
Maybe going in and one's going out or something like that, and you're passing in the hall or something?
Yeah, I actually, because I was going in for something else, but the voice of Lecter was actually there, Marty Etheridge. Marty actually had a baby.
Oh, he did a little voice acting work too?
No, I mean, oh, come on. I don't know why I took that seriously. But I was just like, no.
Of course not.
I know.
It's an infant. You jackass.
I mean, there isn't roles for infants. Thank you. Thank you very
I mean,
much.
hey, Monsters, Inc.
Boom.
There.
Boom.
How old is that kid now?
Wow.
I think that kid is like 14 now, probably.
Oh, way to make
if
us
you
all
want to
feel
feel
so
old.
Yeah.
Isn't there going to be another Monster Inc. movie?
There was
That
already
came
a
out
second
already.
one.
Really?
University?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Guess I just missed that one then, didn't I? All
10
right.
years too late, maybe?
Yeah, I think you're about 2 years too late.
All right, so thank you, Don, for joining us here and talking about a little bit of your work.
Where
can the
find-
people?
yeah,
Where can the people find you and holler at you and get more secrets about the video game that you released?
You can reach me at twitter.com/Dawn_M_Bennett.
That's it? No Tumblr?
Facebook?
Friendster?
I do have
Indigo?
a Tumblr. Same thing. DawnMBennett.tumblr.com.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
That's where you
Dawn M. Bennett. Sunrise fan, everybody. Sunrise fan.
Sunset.
Oh, okay.
Wow, way not to listen to your own damn game. idiot.
Okay, I thought she was just playing with me. All right. Thanks again, Dawn.
Thank you.
Dawn M. Bennett, everybody.
Such a peach.
Yeah, she is. Really peach? Georgia peach?
That's all I can think about. She's awesome, though.
Yeah, she is amazing. And then such a easy way to get into voice acting. I might try that tomorrow.
You know, you could tell she's a voice actor because we deal with a lot of people. We have a lot of guests on the show. She talks so clearly and crisply, and her setup, her rig must be perfect because it sounded like she was in the studio. Like she sounded better than us.
And she said, you know, with the classes that she takes, you got to have that type of deal, you know, because I guess they would kick you out if Kakashi said your voice acting wasn't good.
You disgraced this voice act femery.
And I wondered, do they kick you out in the voice acting that they've done before?
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta-
Oh, yeah.
wow. I'd be like, well, sir, it's an honor. Thank you. And you see, Kakashi, Naruto reaches everybody. I don't understand why you haven't caught on to the craze, man.
It's stupid.
It's all a part of the culture.
Exactly.
It's just as big as Marvel.
No.
Nah, it probably isn't as big as Marvel.
It's growing.
It's
though.
up there,
It is
but
growing.
Marvel is,
But
come
when
on.
we went to the SAC anime and stuff, there's just a whole underground section of the anime and furry community that wigs me out, man.
No, you haven't even touched the weirdness.
I haven't.
No,
I try not to
true.
touch anything at those conventions.
With anime,
safe bet.
it gets deep.
Yeah.
And I will go back to another friend.
Are we talking about the tentacle stuff that our buddy Jake
Even
watches?
deeper than that.
What?
They have some like really disgusting, weird stuff on.
Yeah.
The internet is weird, everybody.
Well, and it seems like
Japan's even weirder.
It seems
They sure
more
are.
acceptable in that culture. Maybe not. It might be worse in Japan, or maybe it's just here the people that gravitate to it.
Well,
'Cause,
when
like, walking the floor of SAC Anime, for example, you can be like, child, you know, cosplayer, vendor. Oh, pedophile, definitely pedophile. You can look around the place and nail all the pedophiles like right out the
so
gate.
maybe the guy with the lolly doll is probably a pedophile.
Standing near the body pillows.
Yeah, drooling with, glasses on and a trench coat.
We did
Hole cut in
photography.
his pocket.
Yeah. We did photography, for cosplayers, and like I didn't feel comfortable like approaching the kid cosplayers directly. Of course, I'd go up to the parents and say, "Oh wow, they dressed their kid up. Do you mind if we take a picture for Nerd Reactor?" That seemed legit.
The little boys, to go to.
Yeah.
Hey kid, can I take a picture?
Hey, nice cosplay. Can I
over
take
for me.
your picture?
Yeah.
And then like I would do that. I'd go up to the parent and be like, "Oh yeah, your kid is
the right thing to do.
Awesome thing. Can I take a picture for Nerd Reactor?" Hand them the card, shake their hand, be like, "Yeah, you guys did a great job on this." And then as I'm taking the picture, I see people coming up and also taking the picture
Because you gave them the pass. That's
yeah,
why.
so now, am I guilty?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
You're the gateway.
If somebody steals a car and you're in it, you're just as
That's
guilty.
awful.
That's what it is.
But I know the owner of the car. I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
matter.
This is getting way
Does
too
not
deep.
matter.
This web is getting
No,
way too deep.
I feel the same way because I took one picture of a kid and he was by himself dressed as Doctor Who, and I was like, dude, that's an awesome Doctor Who costume. And then when I went back to the pictures, he kind of looked uncomfortable, and I was like, oh my god,
Oh god, I'm a pedophile. Oh Jesus.
that kid has my card. And then all you hear is just, Mr. Carter, this is Dateline NBC here at your door. I'm like, oh my god, I thought he was a Doctor Who. I watched the show. See?
You were wrong, sir. He's
Yeah.
actually just a tiny business
Really? Small Asian guy. You wanted to blank with his blank? Like, I didn't say any of that.
Sir, what is a sonic
I
screwdriver?
know. And TARDIS?
Yeah.
Is that a butt reference, sir? No. Oh my god. Never again. Never again. The Japanese are some strange characters, but they have given us some very good stuff. Number one thing that I think they have given us video game style is a game called Phantasy Star.
Okay.
The game started back way in the day on the Sega Genesis or Master System or whatever one you had back in the day. As a regular standard RPG like Final Fantasy, turn-based. Just go over there and hit the guy. That's what I was asking for. And you know what Sega did? They said, yeah. Go ahead and hit the guy. So Phantasy Star Online comes out for the Dreamcast. You can walk up to people and hit people.
Go figure.
Go figures. right? Years later,
before Final Fantasy did it. Final Fantasy
did Final Fantasy do any move hitting before the Dreamcast?
Actually, like real time Final Fantasy, like
yeah, I don't think so.
The closest one, I think, the first one I can think of off the top of my head right now, which I may be wrong, was the Crystal Chronicles on the GameCube.
So then no, because Dreamcast came out way before that.
That's the first one I remember where you could actually go up. I could be very wrong on that though.
But to spin off the GameCube, years later, Phantasy Star Online episodes 1 and 2 both dropped on the GameCube, and this is where Aaron Carter lost his freaking mind.
What?
Didn't it also come out on Xbox?
It came out on the Xbox.
Yeah,
it came out on the Xbox. Now, this is before I had a console, and I was trying to decide what console to get. All my friends had either a PS2 or an Xbox, and I was like, I'll just get the third one. But what am I going to get, out of the big three? What am I going to get? Or what game should I get? And when I saw Phantasy Star and read magazines on it, my computer, I set my desktop screen to Phantasy Star background, just anticipating this game.
Did you have to go get like the Extendo box connector to give your GameCube a network cable and all that?
I didn't do that until later.
Did you actually played it online?
I did play it online, yes.
Yeah,
with the GameCube.
I did as well.
Yeah, with the GameCube.
What was the experience?
First of all, yeah. And the reason why we're bringing all this up is because Phantasy Star Online 2 is set to release in like beta in Southeast Asia, and we're waiting for it to come over here with bated breath. But back to the original thing, when I got my GameCube, mind you, I bought a GameCube, 2 memory cards, 4 controllers, because the game is 4 players co-op, and literally played for the longest with my friends. And it's just... It was my first pseudo MMO experience, because I wouldn't really call it that much of an MMO, because if you're playing offline, you're not, it's not massively multiplayer. But there's loot everywhere, randomized loot.
MMO. Your first experience with the MMO elements.
Yeah, elements, definitely. And it's just, you pick up a new item, and you don't know what it is, and you have to take it back to that guy for him to unlock it for you. So you go, oh my god, it's a brand, and it's a fire brand. Okay, that's
brands are swords.
I remember the first time we got the butterfly wing dagger things.
Good lord. Is that the music?
Yes, man, we're almost done.
Oh my gosh. Did you speed that up?
There's not enough time in the world for Aaron to talk about Phantasy Star.
There is not. So next week's episode will be all about... real quick story before I interject on Noel, because Noel did play this with us. Noel played a little bit later, though. But this is what Noel did, and this is a testament of how hardcore Noel gets. Noel left and played online for one night, and he came back with a character that was almost on par with months worth of work that we did.
I went online at our buddy friend's Josh's house, and I just was playing a whole bunch of different maps with different people, and all of a sudden they just started dropping hacked mags, which are some of the items in the game, and then just gave me some of the strongest gear you could find, and we're like, here, release me to the wild, and I came back with a whole bunch of crap for everybody else.
And he was
just hyperbolic time
yes,
chamber.
He literally like the definition of a hyperbolic time chamber. He was in there. Hair, fingernails were longer. Came out all
so
sunlight.
Did you actually play it with 4 players?
Yes.
Really?
Played it 4-player split screen almost every single time.
I could not do 4 players because it was the delay
frame rate,
and the frame rate was so garbage
super
when you
laggy,
get 4 players.
And we loved every minute of it.
3 players was perfect. I always made one of my cousins sit out because there was always 4 of us. There was me, my younger brother, and my 2 other little cousins. I was like, sorry, one of you guys have to take turns because we're not playing 4 players because I cannot do it.
So good. Everybody with their own unique character.
Yeah, nobody had the same.
Nobody had the same character. And then what they did was, whenever you named your character, Corey, because I know you haven't played this game.
No.
They would give you like a color code ID, right? So a friend of ours, Josh, he made this mech warrior type of guy, all sick looking, black coat of paint on him. He looked all warrior-ish. And then he put in his name, and his symbol was Pinkle. So he had this giant pink dot on his chest, and it was just like, "Whoa, you're bad! You got that pink dot on your
it's like
chest."
a glowing. It's like a glowing thing that kind of
it
gives out your color and everything.
What I learned about this episode, guys, is that I still don't like anime.
Oh my gosh,
none of these games look any good.
You're crazy.
I'm just gonna keep playing Destiny.
And just
you're
living
done
in a box
because that game is
living
trash.
in a box, man. I don't understand. We got to win you over on anime. You got to watch Naruto.
Corey, let's go home and
like
do
that.
some strikes.
Nope. Oh, yeah.
No, you said nope. You said nope,
well, I've
everybody.
already completed all the weeklies, so...
I haven't done mine. You can help me with mine.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about anime out there? If you're listening to this episode, give us some feedback on that. For Cory, Jada, and Noel, I am Aaron, Sir Aaron Carter with Anime, saying see you next week.
People?
Thanks, Don.
Adios.
Let me bang, I man. Do let you bang. Hey. Let me bang again, man. I let you bang. I let you bang. Let you bang. Let you bang. Now go fuck yourselves.
Nick, you want to do?